Hey guys, it's Frozenballz here. Welcome to another episode of the Minmaxer's Playground. Today we're going to be talking about Excalibur. Excalibur is the poster child for Warframe. He is a starter frame, but by no means does his capabilities dwindle as you make progress throughout the game. He brings damage, control, survivability, and tankiness all in one great package, combined with a well-rounded set of abilities that allow him to be powerful in every single step of the game, whether it's as a new player or as a veteran doing high-level content. We all know that crowd control is by far one of the best strategies in Warframe for long runs due to just how well it scales. Since it does not require any powered strength to perform, it's mostly just about efficiency, range, and duration. This is a key point to bring up since the build in question regarding Excalibur utilizes this exact thing and combines it in a very deadly combination to absolutely annihilate enemies. As a recap / brush up, I'll quickly mention some of the changes Excalibur got a while back since we are now familiar with. We know his slash dash is no longer just a straight dash from point A to point B, it's more like a ping pong that bounces between enemies and is affected by duration and power strength. His super jump was removed from the game and it was replaced with radial javelin, which used to be his ultimate ability, while his ultimate became a new ability called Exalted Blade. This is a toggled ability where Excalibur draws out an energy sword with its own unique combos and stats. Excalibur also draws from the melee mod pool to affect the stats of the Exalted Blade. So mods such as Prime Fury, Elementals, Crates, IPS mods, all of these mods actually add to the damage and utility of Exalted Blade itself. Before we talk about the build though, there are a few things which I need to explain. First of all, Radiant Finish is the augment for his second ability, Radial Blind. Radial Blind, as we know, is a crowd control ability where, when it's cast, enemies within the line of sight of the ability will become blinded. This opens them up to prompted melee finishers as well as taking the 8 times stealth damage multiplier from all attacks. With regards to the line of sight, it's prudent to point out that this also includes enemies that become aware of Excalibur and then break line of sight. As long as the blind is cast within a short time frame of that, they will still be blinded. So it's not completely line of sight based. Furthermore, Radial Blind is a one-handed ability, so it can be cast while running, reloading, or jumping, etc. As is, this is a powerful due to the fact of insta CC, since it's a low cast time and high base duration. But when you start to throw in the Radiant Finish augment into the mix, this just starts to show just how powerful this augment really is. Now, the way Radiant Finish actually works is, it basically adds 300% extra finisher damage on prompted melee finishers, and this damage actually can be modified with more power strength. The higher power strength, the higher damage output, allowing you to kill even higher level enemies. With the build that I'm going to be showing you, anything below level 500 will be a breeze. You can kill them without any issues whatsoever. As mentioned already, Excalibur's ultimate draws an energy sword which has its own unique combinations, stats, and draws from the mod pool. The Exalted Blade in combination with the melee combos also creates shockwaves with each attacks, as we know. The shockwaves created do the representative damage of the actual melee strikes itself, and they travel a total of 40 meters distance. However, those shockwaves do not contribute to a combo counter anymore. While mods do affect Exalted Blade, please note that mods such as weapon augments or special mods / skins, for example, mods like Covert Lethality or the Manticore skin, they do not affect Exalted Blade whatsoever. One of the things that I would like to point out that a lot of people don't know about Exalted Blade is that it boosts ground finishers' total modified damage by 400%, and it boosts the prompted melee finishers' total modified damage by 3200%. In layman's terms, combining Exalted Blade finishers with Radial Blind means anything level 500 or below will be utterly destroyed without even blinking. This is the actual baseline for the build. Let's talk about the actual build itself. This is a hybrid finisher / Exalted Blade build that capitalizes on stealth damage. The idea for this build is to utilize your blind to crowd control enemies, open them up to finishers as well as the 8x stealth damage multiplier when you use any sort of attacks. Although, since this is a hybrid build, the focus is to combine the Exalted Blade shockwaves and finishers with the blind. To that end, we use a combination of Intensify, Energy Conversion, and Power Drift to provide a high power strength bonus for the finishers that you do. Streamline and Fleeting Expertise help with power efficiency due to the fact that Exalted Blade is a toggled ability and that you'll be casting Radial Blind a lot. Since you cannot regen power with a toggled ability active, your main source of power will be energy orbs that proc Arcane Energize to keep you topped off. You combine efficiency with a high power pool so your abilities can last longer. Energy Conversion still works in the same way, where activating a toggled ability after picking up an energy orb will apply the power strength bonus for the duration of the ability remaining active. So it's a direct damage buff for the Exalted Blade itself. Stretch is there to increase the range of your radial blind so that you can crowd control even more enemies, and Prime Continuity increases the duration of the stun of the blind. The last slot left is for Radiant Finish. In terms of Arcanes, Arcane Energize will be one of the mainstays that will be needed to keep fueling this build. For the second Arcane, it's kind of up to you really. I personally prefer to combine Arcane Energize with Arcane Strike for the faster attack speed bonus because that's just more utility. For the focus schools, since Zenuric does not actually provide you power while toggled ability is active, Naramon is the clear winner here. Going invisible by doing melee crits will increase your survivability and increase your damage output in the long run as well at the same time. And the critical damage bonus that you get also gets applied to Exalted Blade 2. In terms of your melee weapon mod selection, the mod setup that works exceptionally well and complements the hybrid build involves the usage of Prime Pressure Point, Berserker, True Steel, Organ Shatter, 260% Elementals, Buzzkill, and the last mod slot can be swapped with either Prime Fury or Finishing Touch. Finishing Touch is good if you're doing extended runs because it will help increase the damage of your finishers even further. Prime Fury will stack with Berserker to increase your attack speed, which means you have more shockwaves coming out, and at the same time it also increases the animation speed of your finishers. An alternative is to replace Buzzkill with Prime Fury and keep Finishing Touch, so you have a higher damage output for your finishers at the same time as having a fast attack speed as well. As mentioned previously, Exalted Blade spreads the IPS damage evenly between all three physical damage types. By utilizing Buzzkill, you increase the weighting towards Slash, which means you increase the likelihood of Slash procs versus the other two. Out of the three IPS damage types, Slash is the best one to have due to the fact that Slash procs do finisher damage, which bypass armor and shields. You can combine Excalibur with other frames such as a buff Rhino for even higher damage output, or you can combine his Radial Blind with a Slow Nova for an even longer stun duration. As I pointed out in my min-maxing video for Nova, when you combine CC effects with a Slow Nova, it has a sort of time dilation effect, which increases the duration of the stun. And I think that's more or less it for this episode of the Min-Maxer's Playground. I do kind of apologize about the delay between the episode and the last announcement video. Between Twitch, work, family, and a few other things that I'm currently working on, they're taking up a lot of my time, so I'm not able to dedicate as much time as I would like to YouTube itself right now. Having said that, I am employing a new system for making these videos now, so that should definitely help with streamlining my process and speeding up the creation of videos as well, so I should be able to create a few more videos on a much more consistent schedule itself. On the topic of glyphs, if you are wondering on how to actually get one of mine, I've set up multiple ways of people to get them. You can get them instantly by subbing to me on Twitch. You can also get them by watching my channel on Twitch and earning points on Revlobot and redeeming it through there. You can get them through my Discord when I do giveaways. And the last one would be for people to acquire codes via the giveaway bot, which I will be setting up soon. And it will have a finite number of codes which will be on a first come first serve basis. I do not have any console codes as of this moment yet. I am working on getting some more. As soon as I do, I will make an announcement on Discord and Twitter. If you are interested in console codes, keep your eyes out open for that one. Thank you very much for the patience, guys. I do appreciate it. And thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.